안녕하세요. 커피바이입니다. 커피의 향미를 물리화학적으로 풀어낸 과학자 크리스토퍼 핸든. 그는 미국 University of Oregon의 화학과 교수이자 전 세계 바리스타들과 로스터들이 주목하는 커피 과학의 선구자입니다. 핸든 교수는 에스프레소 추출이라는 난제를 수학적 모델로 분석해냈고 커피에 사용되는 물의 미네랄 조성이 추출 효율과 향미에 어떤 영향을 미치는지를 과학적으로 증명해냈습니다. 이 연구는 세계 여러 로스터들이 자신만의 브링 워터를 설계하게 만든 결정적 계기가 되었고 물 역시 커피 레시피의 중요한 요소로 받아들여지게 만들었습니다. 또 하나의 중요한 성과는 바로 RDT, 로스 드럼렛 테크니크입니다. 이 기술은 커피를 분쇄하기 전에 아주 소량의 물을 온도에 분사해 정전기를 줄이고 보다 균일한 분쇄와 추출을 가능하게 합니다. 이 간단하지만 혁신적인 방법은 전 세계 수많은 바리스타들이 일상적으로 사용하는 기술이 되었고 핸든 교수의 연구가 실험실을 넘어 실제 커피 현장에 어떤 영향을 줄 수 있는지를 보여주는 대표적인 사례로 꼽힙니다. 과학이라는 렌즈를 통해 커피의 세계를 다시 정의해온 크리스토퍼 핸든 교수. 오늘 우리는 그를 직접 만나 커피에 대한 그의 통찰과 열정, 그리고 연구의 핵심을 함께 들어보고자 합니다.
So what we're trying to do is do better than this. Because this tells you strength, but doesn't tell you flavor. And so it would be good if a system that we developed could measure strength and also flavor at the same time. Which, so putting a number on something that we relate to as a flavor. So the flavor that I think, well, let me ask you, what flavor do you think most people taste?
Many flavors.
Yeah?
Complexity.
Complexity?
Yeah.
What about roast? Yeah, you think people can tell the difference between a light roast versus a dark?
Is a color?
No, as a flavor. So the system we've developed can measure roast flavor, so how roasty it will taste, as well as strength, which is interesting because a light roast coffee at 1.3% tastes different than a dark roast coffee at 1.3%. And this system only says 1.3%. So the system can now, this thing can now do 1.3% and light.
And light, wow.
Yeah, which is a big step because it's now, if you give me any cup and I know nothing about it, we can make a statement about how dark or something about it, right? Something flavored based.
More detail하네.
Okay, so I'll get out of the way and move this over for Doran. So the experiment that we're going to do for you right now is basically we're going to apply electricity to. So we've got some instant coffee.
Yeah.
We're going to add some water to the instant coffee. We're then going to apply electricity to one cup,
Yes.
but not the other cup.
Yeah.
We're then going to dilute to filter strength, and then we're going to taste them.
Okay.
And you'll see, we'll do the tasting blind,
Yeah.
so they'll be in same color cups.
Okay.
And you'll be able to see if you can perceive differences between the one that we have modified and the one that we have not.
Okay.
And if you have a preference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the meantime, let me get some of this. So we have not published this stuff yet. It's lower now because that's been diluted. Those are for you. Now, while we're waiting on that, I'm going to
스푼으로 먹는
try this.
그냥.
So you say your favorite is this one
어떤 걸로?
or this one? Let's go for a natural.
More expensive.
More expensive?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll try the natural. I know that the lab here likes natural, so we will do that. Oh, hold on.
아,
Can I need a photo.
너랑
You guys gonna come around here?
들어오래.
Email me one photo, then I will post it on the Instagram.
먹어봐야 돼.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Okay. This smells really bad. It's
Car tires.
okay. So what we have here, this is going to be unmodified.
Yes.
You can smell this. This is
basically
you
espresso
smell?
strength instant coffee.
it's okay. We will taste it. It's good to remember that a lot of people in the world do not drink this. This we're lucky to have. You know?
이거 전기 흐르는 거.
봐봐.
가까이 가서.
I've got it over here.
붙어봐봐, 지금.
I had it over here. Yeah. So Caitlin, her project right now is working on developing a understanding for where fines come from while grinding, the small dust. This is Professor Jim Prell.
Hello.
This is
Hello,
Alice and Luke. They're
Professor.
visiting from Seoul.
Oh,
We are coffee roasters.
Coffee roasters. They brought some nice coffees for us to try.
Wow, awesome.
I've actually just brewed up the Ethiopian this natural. If
Okay.
you want to try a little bit.
Coffee,
사람들 많이 꼬여.
coffee by roasters.
Coffee by roasters. Coffee
Nice.
by.
What brings you to town? Just are they just visiting or visiting you or?
They are doing a
Because-
trip up and down the coast. Here, try. Natural. That's for you guys. We're doing the instant coffee modification.
All right, so I'm gonna
Wow.
apply a voltage across these electrodes now.
So you may want to come around this side
Yeah.
to see the computer this way
Yeah.
with your camera, I suppose.
Yes. Be about 1.5 volts, which is about the voltage you get in a AA battery. Yeah. AA battery. Yeah. And we're gonna hold that until we pass a certain amount of charge or until a certain amount of time passes. Yeah. There will be a lot of current that passes initially because there are a lot of molecules at the surface of these electrodes that want to do chemistry at that potential. Yeah. And then as the chemistry happens, you need those molecules to float away and new ones to come in. So the current will go down because you're passing less charge. But because we're stirring, we're continuously passing new things over the electrode surface. So you'll see it'll kind of start very low. I bounced off the limiter.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I see what's going on.
What's going on?
This is like an order of magnitude too small. So I'm just gonna.
Well, so basically, the reason this works is because if you think about a chemical reaction, each molecule will receive, let's say, 1 or 2 electrons from the circuit. So each electron that goes in is roughly relates to reacting with roughly 1 or a half of a molecule in solution. So if we count the number of electrons, we know how many molecules we've affected. And that's what the millicoulomb measurement is. So Doran is basically saying, please pass, a certain number of electrons into solution, and we want to pass them in at a certain voltage so that we are picking which molecules those electrons will react with. The general idea about this is that the molecules in this instant coffee that we're tasting are perhaps molecules that you don't want to taste, so maybe we can destroy them. There are some molecules that are oxidized, and perhaps maybe we want to do the opposite and bring them back to fresh. So we can basically reverse aging.
It's difficult to say exactly how it works.
Diametrically.
You can imagine that it's either removing negative flavors and allowing flavors that are already in the coffee
Alright.
but kind of buried to
good enough.
show up. Or it's
Okay.
possible that you're creating new good flavors and they are overpowering the
Okay.
bad ones.
Now,
Instant coffee?
now, we need spoons,
Yeah.
and we need to all mix the cups up. Okay, they're mixed. So, I just warn you, try them both
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
Just go 1 and then 2. Go ahead.
It'd be a quick presentation made any. Good slurp.
He is a
Professional.
Yeah,
professional.
it's good. That's a good slurp. It was a solid.
That was a very good slurp.
Yeah.
Deafening. Loudest slurp.
이게 more bitter. 해볼게.
Can you taste the difference in these?
Oh yeah.
어떤 게 더 나아?
좀더 맹물인 거.
Yeah.
이게 좀 더 바디가 있어?
이게 바지가
Heavy, heavy,
more heavy and
more heavy, more bitter. Maybe.
Yeah. Probably. I get a little bit of like cherry. If you're trying to be optimistic or happy, I'd say cherries.
Cherry.
Dark
Dark
cherry.
cherry, yeah.
Dark cherry. That's trying to be positive.
yeah. Looking for something good in there.
But you know, we didn't convert the cup entirely. We didn't change its character. We changed some parts of it. Which one could you drink? Neither?
Yeah, neither, but
Which one do you prefer?
yeah,
By a lot?
yeah,
Is it you prefer this one?
yeah.
How much more do you like it?
Do you know SCA scoring system?
Yeah. Yeah, how many more points do you put on
okay.
it?
75,
Maybe?
maybe. Below 70.
Yeah, so you think
75 is approaching.
so you think maybe 6 points?
Yeah,
yeah.
6 points.
Maybe? That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
farmers would be very happy with that.
big difference.
so that one we treated.
Yes.
So that's the one that had electricity pushed through it.
Yes.
So for us this is a big deal
Yes.
because I think anybody can taste that this one has bitterness reduced. It's still not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It tastes a lot less like a Robusta coffee. It's still
No,
in
this is
that,
100% Robusta. So
Yes.
It's still in that zone, but it tastes a lot less like it.
we can do this. We can do this to your coffee if you'd like to see. To the natural maybe, so you can taste what it tastes like.
Yeah.
To your natural.
Yeah.
But we have to make that as espresso.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
We can try.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
진하다기보다 조금
So it'll be
디펙트가 덜 느껴져.
yeah, it's interesting, right? It's
Yeah, very interesting.
this one has this like very intense
Yeah.
negative flavor at the end.
Yeah, defect.
And this one is like it's like it cut it down.
yeah, cut it down.
Cut
yeah.
effective flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
right.
is good.
Yeah.
So
amazing.
yeah, actually pretty
Yeah.
impressive, I think. So when we first did this, I was pleased with this outcome. Yeah, more like cherry, maybe chocolate,
yeah, cherry
maybe.
chocolate. Yeah, cherry cocoa.
Okay, but also,
Cherry cocoa.
of course, rubber, skunky, petroleum,
Right, yeah.
all both. You know.
Yeah. 되게 신기하네.
Wow, you are genius.
It's pretty good. Pretty good, I think. So I'll make an espresso of the natural.
Yeah, make two.
I'll do 2, and then we will treat one
Yes.
and not the other one.
Okay.
And
Okay.
compare.
Yeah.
We espresso is difficult.
오, 다를 것 같은데?
So
That's-
right now I'm just cleaning the electrodes off. I'm using an acidic solution because it's really conductive.
All right, I did something. I don't know.
Over extraction?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. Okay.
We don't know how this coffee is going to
Okay,
respond to the
okay,
voltage, so
yeah.
it makes no difference.
Okay.
We just do relative differences today. Okay.
Precision.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
준아야 스푼 입고 썰어.
이리 오세요. Come on.
They're hot.
Yeah. 좀 조금만 있다가. I'm happy to meet with you.
Okay, so I think I don't remember which one's which, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, are they different?
I don't know if I extracted them well. I'm pretty sure I did not, but it also doesn't matter.
Okay.
How strong is it?
It's about right.
It's okay? Okay.
Does it taste like the same coffee?
Different
It
coffee.
tastes like different
Yeah,
coffees.
different
They taste
coffee.
like different
Yeah.
coffees.
다른데. 이렇게 막 큰 차이 있잖아.
That's pretty cool. This did
No, they're
something-
pretty different.
You just did something really fun.
More complex.
Yeah.
It's like it turned off the natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird. Strange.
뭔가 더 복잡한데.
So it probably was over extracted, which is fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
because I think you can still tell that it affected
Yes.
different portions of the flavor profile.
That's pretty cool.
Different coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things with these high-end, like high quality coffees,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily get better. They can get worse.
이게 훨씬 컴플렉시티하지. 이거는 플랫이고, 플랫 커피, 컴플렉시티 커피.
You think this one's complex and this
Yeah.
one's flat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know which one's which. We'll check in a minute, but I will say that, like I tried to make espresso. We didn't know how fresh the coffee was, the grind setting, all this stuff. We made some coffee, fine.
Okay.
But imagine that you have an account, someone who has your coffee, and they're making espresso, and you're not there to help them taste this and identify the right parameters to hit the flavor you think is good. It would be nice if, let's say this is the treated one, and let's say they produce this flavor. It'd be nice if the machine or the barista could adjust it to that. Or the other way around. Let's say you wanted this flavor, but they started with that.
Yeah.
Like either way, right? It doesn't really matter which flavor profile it is that this coffee should have. It would be nice if you could go between them. So we'll find out. Which one do you think is modified?
어느 쪽일 것 같아?
Which one of these has been treated?
Maybe 전기가 흐르면 더 좋아지나?
더 좋아질 수도 있고
나빠질 수도 있고. Maybe this.
You think that's been treated?
This does not taste like that cup at all. Tastes like a different coffee.
Yeah. I love this cup.
Maybe.
I think.
You think it's been modified?
I think.
It has a funny flavor in it.
Yeah.
Maybe like passion fruit, like weird. Hey, let's find out. Not modified. Not modified.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think so because I think the one on the right one has a
Wow.
yeah
Yeah. Oh.
Pretty cool.
yeah.
To me, it tastes more like itself.
Yeah, more like
Yeah.
because.
Yeah, so we fixed my bad espresso when I made it. I made poorly.
우리가 안 좋게
And so I bring it
오버
back.
익스트랙션을 해서 오버
Which
익스트랙션
is good.
했지만 베러하게
That's a good outcome.
만들었구나.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
You intended over extraction?
No,
That makes barista skills unnecessary.
this does.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It could shift their
So
job.
do you do any interview or
Yeah, yes.
you do want to do this?
Yeah.
Interview about 10 minutes?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.